Tennis 605 here with Watertown coach Scott Ewald here at the boys state tournament. What a perfect day for tennis outside.
Well, you know, that's the first win, I guess, for all coaches is when you see that it's not raining out and, you know, the wind's not too bad. And, of course, it's such a beautiful setting here at McKinnon and the other sites as well. But, yeah, great day to get started.
So what do you have here for a team this year? Talk a little bit about your team and your players.
Well, you know, we've kind of had to rebuild the last couple years, and we've got some younger kids playing. I do have two seniors, and they've been really good players for us along the way, and so, you know, we're hoping to finish maybe in that top 10, but it's going to be tough. There's some really good kids this year, and there's a lot of seniors around the state.
You know, I don't know if you're seeing this in tennis, but I'm pretty sure you probably are. It just seems like the athletes get a little better and a little better every year.
Well, and that's a key. You know, we had a pretty good team a couple years ago, and you know, I had the basketball players and those kind of kids, you know, that do other sports, and you know, that's kind of like a Mitchell team this year, and in the ESD, that's kind of what we need is we need those athletes to go out and you know, you got to have that one or two just really good tennis players, and then you can put some athletes out with them that put in a little time, and you're going to end up with a pretty good team.
You know, we were talking to Jessie Daw last week out there about having these kids that play multiple sports, and you know, she just was talking about a study that they did at UCLA where their the top 10% of every sport they have were all multiple sport athletes.
Well, and that's what, you know, some college coaches have talked to me, and that's what they said is they like those kids that you know, work in other sports. And I think probably what it is those other kids learn how to compete, and you know, you get into different situations, you know, some good, some bad, and that's where you learn. And you know, and again, you know, I think South Dakota is that kind of a state too, where we want our kids doing some different things, you know, and I've seen the great O'Gorman Entwistle kid out on a basketball court, and you know, so that, and the Dobbs kid here this year from Lincoln, you know, he plays some basketball, so you know, it's fun to see, and of course you do have those kids that specialize, and that's their passion too, and that's fine. But you know, a good mixture is also good.
You know, I was thinking if I was coaching any other sport, I would want to have tennis players because they don't have a choice. If things aren't going right, the only thing they can do is suck it up, you know.
Well, you know, and you think of any other sport, you know, maybe the golf that they have to call their own penalties, or, you know, you're calling lines in and out, you know, things go from real good to real bad. I've really come to appreciate the sport of tennis and our kids. You know, most kids are great kids here in South Dakota and good sportsmen. And like you said, you know, I try to talk to our basketball and football coaches, and I said, you know, you think of a sport where you want lateral movement, you want up and back, you know, what a great sport tennis is for that kind of movement as well. So I think tennis fits in well with a lot of sports.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing a long time, it seems like. You know, it's kind of fun. I kind of started, you know, I was a basketball coach, and all of a sudden I had a couple sons that played tennis and got interested in it, and they kind of needed a driver to start with, and you know, and I've kind of developed a passion for it, and great kids in tennis. That's what I love about it. You know, these are some of your top students, you know, that play this sport, good kids, kids that are going to be successful. And, you know, I said sometimes there's been years sometimes where maybe I ought to pay Watertown school system for allowing me to coach, but then there's years you earn your money too.
Well, yeah, let's don't say that. You earn every penny.
Well, I'm not giving it back, that's for sure.
Well, Coach, I really want to thank you for spending a little bit of time on Tennis 605, and hopefully we'll be able to get up to Watertown here before too long and kind of take a look at what you've got there and talk to some of the kids while they're out practicing. Hopefully we can catch a few of your players here at the state tournament while they're here.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.